fireworks are connected into a certain spot through a controller that's wired through these cables. These cables will connect here to our
So does that set off a spark or something, or how does it work individually?
There is an impulse, a power capacitor inside those we call modules, the boxes out there.
Okay.
This controller and the computer, there's a system file in the computer that says this is the Katara fireworks. This is when I want every one of these fireworks, this one here, this one here, this one here. At show control tonight, John and I will be, we are broadcasting, transmitting a signal.
Where are you going to stand here?
No, we'll be at the castle on
Is that where your second show is?
Yes,
that's where we're controlling the main show.
All right, so then we'll all go over there and we'll watch it from there.
You'll watch from there.
So it means nothing can happen to any of us.
No, you'll be fine.
Oh,
You'll be
thank
over there. And you might get a little warm because it's hot, so we'll get water for you. What we do is we transmit a signal. That signal just says this is the exact time to the hundredth of a second. And that signal comes out, connects through this and the one on the beach, and says, okay, we're ready, this is the time.
Time to.
And then the system, the file in here, and this is like the conductor.
All right, okay,
tap,
yeah.
tap, tap. Ready? Places, and you, and then just launch
Okay,
to the
how long
boost.
does it take you to put that program together to do that? How long does it take you to do that?
I hate to say it's just a simple Excel file. I should make it sound much more complicated, but it
Not
isn't.
really, no, it's just, just for interest, I'd like to know how long it takes you to compose a symphony with your fireworks.
Typically, it takes us about 24 hours per minute of fireworks to listen to the music, mark it, design it, put this together. So every minute, so we put in 15 days
Okay.
of just design work for this particular show and 4 nights. So this sends out the signal that says fire here, fire here, fire here. Now, if there's any situation like a low-flying plane comes in, then we have systems in here where we just one click,
An emergency button, yeah.
disables everything. Or there's a situation where the wind is blowing a certain way because a certain effect is really drifting low. Click, no more of that type of fireworks. Everything else is still fire. We can, what we call priority, we'll take out the ones that drip very low and everything else will fire. And then when the wind changes, click, it goes back on. So the computers let us be as
It's a bit like
creative
a
as
fountain,
possible.
isn't it? It's like a fountain. Well, one other thing is, how do you choose your fireworks?
The devices
Yes, how do you choose them?
we spend all of our time searching for firework artists, those people who they say, I want to make fireworks. I don't want to go and shoot them, I want to make them. Fireworks, and John he knows why he's a pyrotechnician. We get to work with computers. We get to work with explosives. We get to work with chemicals. So it's chemistry, it's electrics, it's the science, physics, angles, all these great things we get to do within one particular industry, and we get to be outside. We tend to sweat a little
how
bit.
do you
so-
choose your fireworks? Because, see, I think there's a multitude on the market. I'm sure. How do you choose and you know that's the right thing for your show?
What we do is we purchase some and we test. And if we buy 10 and we launch 10 and we test the lift time, the burst, we videotape. If the burst radius is too irregular, not going to work for us. Maybe they can fix it, or we buy from somebody else. We've spent a lot of money because one firework that doesn't perform properly and potentially can injure someone in the audience is not worth it. We spend money for the best fireworks in the world. We design them ourselves and request these craftspeople to make them for us. We want the best. And then we put ourselves in a position to perform them appropriately, which is why our quality
So you
is
test
top.
it out before you set it up.
We've tested every one of those fireworks devices within the last few years. We've tested every one of them.
It's important to also state that fireworks companies like Fireworks by Hershey, they send their people to the actual source, the factories, and they work with the actual craftsmen. You know, when they close
Yeah,
the
this
shell.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you have to know what you're buying.
Yeah.
I see,
So they're in the
fireworks, it's not like a
manufacturing
pullover,
process.
is it? It's
Yeah.
not like a pullover.
But it's like a vehicle. You buy a car. Actually, they go to the factory and they see the engine being built of that shell, and they say, this is right, this is wrong, and they can collect on the spot because the pyrotechnicians know the chemicals, the thickness of the chemicals, if the stars are dry, everything in that composition before then it gets put in a container and shipped all over the world to perform.
And I'll
the
say this,
chemicals.
we have the full-time personnel in Liang, China. Their whole job is to work with firework companies, the
Quality
factories,
control.
quality control, they test. So we have a team in place just to test fireworks and help pick the best one. Hey, there's some new product over here, we should look at it. And we look, we test without having to fly back and forth. And beauties of electronics, they test, videotape, and then minutes later we're looking at it saying, okay, you know what, 1, 5, 7, and 8, let's get a lot and test fully and see those. So critical.
So where do the colors come from in the fireworks? How do they get there?
Different chemicals is
So
the answer.
there's a chemical is to make the color.
Yes.
And what shoots them off is gunpowder, am I right?
Or
Or do they
black,
have something else?
black powder. And the firework device works in a certain way. First, we'll take the effect in the sky. It's stars, what we call stars or pellets, round balls or square cut balls, all chemical composition. It burns at a certain rate. There are certain few pieces. Let's just say red, and we'll use strontium is the chemical that will burn red. And then we'll use an oxidizer to speed up or slow down the burn. A slow burn, deep red.
So
fast
actually you
burn,
design
pale.
it to explode at a certain rate.
Yes.
At a
Yes.
Very
So
good.
how long
So
it sustains in the air?
Yes,
If
yes.
it's an instant effect
Yeah,
or
or
if
it's a
it's a
long one.
slow effect.
Yeah.
Tonight's performance, you will see, for instance, a deep gold that is called the Kimura willow, which goes up and it opens like a willow tree and goes all the way down and sustains in the air for quite a long time.
Very nice.
Now,
That
if you-
interests me, that was.
Kimura willow.
That's Chinese, Mandarin, I should say. But Kumuro is Mandarin for little boy haircut. So when it comes and it trickles down, it looks little boy haircut. In China. Have you heard the term white hot or blue flame?
Yes.
Yes.
The difference in those flames, one is blue, one is red, one is white, is temperature. So with fireworks, a slow burn is a higher temperature. And that is deep color. And then we go to white hot, fast. So that's how we create the colors. And then the bigger stars, as John was saying, and they burn longer, they present some out fast because that's what we want. We're a strobe. So we create using chemicals and electronics, physics, everything we do, designing. It's a wonderful industry to be in because we're performers. If I was on stage or if John was on stage, you would not want to hear our voice. Not one of us. But this is how we perform.
So how do you select your colors?
We select our colors based off of the music. What the emotion of the music and what our client at Katara has said, this is what we want to present to our clients. They don't say, we want a lot of blue, a lot of red, a lot of green, a lot of gold. Sometimes they'll say, this festival is a gold and yellow or blue and green. Then we'll cater, but we won't shoot all that color. We'll feature some segments or scenes with those colors. But we have to look at the emotion and how fast a blue burns. Can be pensive with music, or it can be exciting. We want them to feel joy, family, togetherness. That's why we're here. Fireworks is something that from this was time with my family to watch and enjoy. It was a good experience. And Katara is presenting this as a gift to people to say, we've had a wonderful Ramadan. Now we're celebrating. Please come here and enjoy.
You really spoke about how you get your fireworks and what
but it's taken us months to prepare from fireworks that we are invested in the Middle East region, although we're based in New York, and with innovations here in the Middle East, we are together able to partner and have the resources, have the ability, licenses. Without that, we couldn't receive a phone call or a tender and say, yeah, we can do the show, maybe. We can say without question, our partnership is one of the only partnerships that can be able to produce a program like this and really do it and do it right. Because we have fireworks, we have the technology, we're able to bring in the people we need.
Actually, I'm amazed that it's such a collaboration. How much you need, how much information you need, and how much energy this takes. Just your 15 minutes leisure.
You know, the Olympics just passed, so I can't help but think a certain way. But the four-person relay is still the most exciting of the races. Sorry, Usain Bolt, I know you're wonderful, but when we run and you have to look forward but reach behind, if that collaboration is not there, the baton drops and you cannot succeed. So you have to be trained, working together, you have to collaborate, and you have to trust that you'll be there. And that's what our partnership is. Without that, we can't succeed. Budget-wise, I never speak about budget. If there are specific needs, there are people with Katara that we can ask that question. You can ask that question, sure. But the guide. But the reality of it is, this is quite an investment. For a gift to people here, it should not be missed. And we hope to be here for other opportunities.
We were not involved. Actually, this is our second big collaboration with Fireworks by Gucci. The first collaboration was back in December with the Black Ceremony, the inauguration of the Mathaf Cycle Chang's exhibition. We did the daytime fireworks together, innovations in Gucci. And actually, we won the best special event award in the Middle East for 2011. So this collaboration also has proven a winning collaboration, receiving many accolades and contribution and acknowledgement from our peers in the industry, from 70 different production companies in the Middle East. And for us to get the best special event award, I think that's a big achievement.
We're very pleased to be part of this team with innovations. Without that partnership, we can't do the things we want to do. Vision without capabilities is just a dream you never achieve.